guys, this is your host, Master Vinny MC. As always, it is a pleasure to have you all here with me today. We are playing on a mandatory overtime server. On the mandatory overtime server. This is one of the few times you will see me actually in F5 mode, also in F1 mode, where you make your user interface go away. Mostly it's just going to be you and me, and some building. And, you know, when my server people are on later, you know, the server people. But this is an introduction. So welcome to my happy, humble Minecraft abode. As you just saw here, let's go back and check out the sign again. This is Spawn. This is the Spawn chunk. This platform here. If I were to do /kill, and I can because I'm opt and it's my server and I make the rules, I would end up there. So let's talk about what it means to run a server real quick, and what it means that, you know, I host it and so on and so forth. Does that change anything? Should you be worried that because I'm opt, I'm just gonna, you know, go ahead and spawn in 6 stacks of diamonds and decorate my house with it? No, you shouldn't, and I'll tell you why. Because when I cheat, I only cheat myself, okay? If I can, you know, spawn in, you know, 12 stacks of diamonds right now, it takes the fun away from what I like about Minecraft. What I like about Minecraft is that everything you see before you, I built by hand, and if I didn't build it by hand, then somebody else built it by hand, and we, you know, farmed the resources and put all the stuff together, and we are proud of that. So, that's what this series is. It's me and people you will meet in the future, other players. I'll introduce them as they pop up and they come along. And, yeah. It's gonna be fun. I'm glad you're here. I really am. I'm glad that you guys are gonna be able to enjoy all of the cool little tiny details that we have put into our world for forever now. And we're really proud and happy to show it off with you guys. So this is a path that leads from spawn to my house, and that's a creeper. Sorry. Whew, I was looking at the other monitor. Should not have been looking at the other monitor. And as you can see, I've gone with a kind of a setup here that doesn't screw with the natural terrain, right? You know, that makes sense. I got a little bridge that hopefully feels organic. You know, it crosses this little river in kind of a cool way instead of just, you know, cutting straight across it. And then I come up through this like little fake cave here. And probably the first thing you notice when you come over into my base or my biome, or, you know, my part of the world, I pretty much claim the whole mountain biome over here, is the architecture. I've got some towers and some walls and stuff like that. We're going to be building a lot more of this as we go on, and you're going to reach here and you're going to notice some big projects. So today we're just going to kind of do a bit of a tour of my corner of the server, and yeah, that's how we're going to start things off. So following this gray path here, we're going to come right on up into my house. These signs just say more door, just because, haha, it's a joke. It's a Lord of the Rings joke. This is my starter house, and before anybody, you know, makes fun of me for that or calls me pompous, I just want to say this is my starter house. Yes, it's got a lot of hours into it, but I have a bigger base / house planned after this. And no, this isn't done, but you know what? You plan big, and you know, you do cool stuff. That's what this server is about. We've all got big plans, and we've all been working hard. So this is the first floor. It's fairly empty. As you can see, I've played around with different floor patterns, and nothing's really tickled me fancy yet, as it were. Out the back of my house here is our iron farm. We got a few farms built on the server. I did not start this series off on day one because I feel like the building of farms is probably one of the most boring, obnoxious things in the world. You guys don't want to see it built, you just want to see, like, the finished product. You guys want to see, you know, the inner workings. You want a tour of how it works. Up here is the top village. You can probably see in there, but let's just take a peek. So iron golems spawn up here, villagers are kept in here, and the iron golems are then carried away in the water stream, and they are killed far down below. So let's go far down below, because I actually need to harvest some iron while I'm over here. This is a useful part of the tour. This is the drop shaft. This has allowed us to make a room right inside of here. I can now fill this room up later with cool things. I don't know what I'm going to put in here, but I now have this whole opportunity. Isn't that awesome? To put something in here later on. So that's cool. So once we come down here, this is a really bad way to get into the iron farm, but we have kind of like a checklist going on here of little projects. One of the things on that checklist is to install a better door, a better entrance, if you will. So down here we have some room, or some plans for a mob farm. I know. You might say to yourself, well, it's already an iron farm, why make it a mob farm? And the answer to that question is because I can. Because I have it planned so that in the same spot I will be able to get iron and other mob drops all at once, and it will be so much more efficient and happy. And efficiency and happy, that's what drives the creative world. So down here we have some iron. Go ahead and pick that up. This makes about a stack and a half an hour. If you're over here within the vicinity of it, about a stack and a half an hour. The farther away you get, obviously, the less time, it's the chunks are spent loading, and the less you're gonna get. But, I've been kind of building a little bit farther away, so I haven't been getting as much iron as I want. It's not a huge deal. We've already managed to set up 2 beacons on the server. One we did fairly early on as a group, and one I did more recently because I really wanted my own Haste 2 beacon. Because as you can see, stone brick is something that I build with quite a bit. I build large structures out of stone brick, and then I go back and I add details. I feel like at some point I'll want to add more details to this build. But, the canvas, the basic thing I work with is stone brick, and then I add the details afterwards. That means that I need a lot of stone. That means I do a lot of mining. That means Haste Beacon was probably, the first thing that I wanted to invest myself in. So now we've come back in on the top floor. This is kind of my cheaty way. This is an official door into my storage room. And it doesn't have any signs, but I kind of have an idea of where things are. They're organized kind of by how they're harvested. So here is a row where everything is harvestable by an axe. And here is a row where everything is harvestable by a pick. So all the stones and the granite and the andesite and the diorites down there. And then over here it kind of gets a little messy. This is mostly shovel things, and this is mostly mob drops. In the corners I have some furnaces. What you're smelting goes up top. The happy bits come out the bottom after they're already cooked. And then see that chest in the back? Well, I have little access panels in the back to load that up with coal. So I go out, I farm a bunch of coal, load it up, and we're good. Yeah, cool. I'm really proud of this roof. I just want to take a second to show this off. Look at that. Look at the amazingness of this. Look at this texture. Look at that detail. Look at the amazingness. This is the Faithful texture pack, by the way. Faithful Minecraft. What it does is it basically keeps with the original feel of Minecraft. It just makes the textures have more pixels in them, so you get more detail. And I feel like that's a pretty cool way to run your business. This is how I've been getting up and down from floor to floor. I like this a lot better than a regular staircase. I'm trying to make use of that new slime block technology we got going on there. Go ahead and pick this up for you. Basically just a little redstone and a repeater time so that when you run at it, it goes up. So that's always cool. Little jump pad. Cool stuff. Alright, that's going to just about sum it up for the iron farm in my house, right? So that's some cool stuff. Now I want to draw your attention over to a project that actually isn't mine, but belongs to my neighbor. So try 666, or what else will you call him? Captain Dreadnight is building this rather large boat in the lake out in front of my house. And I'm quite happy to have him as a neighbor because I feel like having a giant boat out here is a really cool addition to, well, my kind of castle area that I built here. You know, every good castle needs a port, and every good port needs a boat. So, hey, cool stuff. Also, quick shout out to Tokushi. Don't want to get too sidetracked at the moment, but he's doing some really cool mushroom-themed houses over there. His whole base is made out of mushrooms. It's so cool. We will totally look at that in the future, but we do need to carry on with the tour. We do need to get the basics down. So let's go ahead and look at... just draw your attention real quick to the wall and the tower segments. I designed these in Creative. I was very happy with them. And I will be using them again in several different spots throughout this. So you'll kind of see once I build something I like, I tend to repeat the pattern or build a little bit, or I'll take the pattern and I'll add on to it. Kind of a cool way that I did add on to this pattern thus far was I came up with a diagonal section for it. I hadn't really planned this out to begin with, but I kind of needed a way to round the corner. So I just did my best and tried to make it all fit, and I think it came out pretty good. Some of this building I plan to do on camera. Some of this building I plan to do kind of on my own when I have time. But when I do that sort of thing, I'll do my best to do like little piece together episodes where it's progress updates where, you know, every hour or so I'm like, hey guys, I kind of got this little detail figured out. So definitely plan on keeping you guys in the loop because as you've probably guessed, the elephant in the room is this. Now I've talked your ear off, and if you're still with me here, I just want you to take a look at that and tell me that doesn't excite you as somebody who plays Minecraft. You're here because you like Minecraft and you play Minecraft. That should excite you. Alright, that is the promise of something really cool and really big, and I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to explain anything about it. I'm just going to say that that's what I'm working on. Alright, I think that is really cool. Okay, and as the sun goes down here, I know that it's just about a 10-minute, give or take, long episode. Okay, and I think that I'm going to leave you guys with that. That's my first episode. Alright, we're going to very rarely redo this. Alright, we're going to go back out into here, into our F1 mode, and I'm going to sign off just like this. Thank you all, everyone, so much for watching. If you like what's behind you, if you think that what you see right here is something cool, then I suggest you check out some videos that I'm going to put out in the future. Alright? Because they're all going to be listed under mandatory overtime. Like I said, that's a server I'm playing on. I think that you and me are going to do some cool stuff together. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, alright, have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.